Live, live, live. Terry Tillaart, I think we are live.
Oh, we are live. What's going on, Mike? It's been a little while. Good to see you again.
It has been a while. It has been a while.
We've been catching up by phone, but we haven't been on here in a while, so it's good to see everyone joining us.
Absolutely. We got our main man on here as well.
Very nice. What's up, Jay? How you doing?
Doing well. How are you guys doing?
Doing good. It's been a little while.
You guys having withdrawals or something? I'm guessing.
Mike said he's been gnawing the legs off the chairs.
That's right. Chomping at the bit is an understatement.
Yeah, we're excited about it.
Oh, this was the right video I had.
Yeah,
this was the one I was looking for. Man, we're getting some people coming in. I'm trying to crank up the messages on here.
The numbers are coming out. It's good.
Awesome. Jason, how's those beverages doing?
Only three. No one.
Can you hear him? He's cutting out for me.
Yeah, he's cutting out on my end too, Mike.
You're cutting out, Jason. If you're
maybe room service is bringing up another round.
Maybe. Okay. All right. Hold on.
And we got people from all over the world on this thing tonight.
Yeah, it's great to see the international audience. I like it.
Really cool. Really cool.
Australia, Norway, Orlando. You know, it's good. Minnesota.
Yeah.
Lots of North Carolina in there.
Very cool.
Mike, is that your new ride, Mike?
Let's talk some more, Jason, so we can test you.
How about now?
Keep going. Say a whole sentence to me. Tell us your favorite thing to eat while you've been out there.
I honestly am so sick of eating food. I can't.
Okay. You did cut out a little bit on that sentence.
Yeah, audio's still a bit choppy on that one.
Okay. Let me try and pull this up on my laptop, guys. I'm gonna try and
go ahead. We'll
hold down the fort. All good.
We'll just make some stuff up as we go.
And Mike, which one of those cars was your new ride on there? I didn't catch that.
I'll tell you what, I've been eyeing a Bentley, but that Rolls Royce looks pretty juicy. So I bet I could get one custom made in lemon color.
Yeah, I was thinking, that lemon Ferrari looked pretty damn good too.
Yeah, lemon yellow would be fantastic.
I mean, I bet you the Lambo's faster than the Ferrari though, but we'll see if to get Jay to test it out.
Hold up.
You're good. You're good. Yeah, keep telling us where you guys are coming in from. I'll keep posting it up here until we get started.
That's from Dubai, Romania.
Try to get Jason's audio just a little better. If not, we'll just make him go dark and just talk because that's what's worked before.
Yeah, wow, we got people coming in from all over the place. Got some Romania in the house. That's nice.
Nice. Spanish, please.
Mike, how hard is it to put like Spanish subtitles on anyway? I've never done that before.
I can't do them on here live. Most of the time, if this is recorded, a lot of times there's some AI stuff. Somebody could pull the video and a lot of times run it through there and it would make the AI stuff.
I would check with Aldo and some of those guys. They've been translating and getting out some Spanish content as well.
Okay. Yeah, that's above my pay grade on the moment. I could figure it out, but figure it out yet, Jace?
Yep. Give me 1 second here. I'm jumping on the laptop, see if I can get better than the phone.
All right.
What's up, Jess Kennedy? We call Jess out by name.
Yeah, it's great to see people coming from so many different places. I love it.
Yeah, it's exciting. Exciting. Where else everybody coming from?
Who's ready to win the first lemon Ferrari in the lotto?
I know, right?
That'd be nice.
Can you imagine?
Oh, it's gonna be a good time. I intend to win it. I want to win
real
it.
Nice.
I want to win it, Mike.
Aaron says he does.
Yeah, I see a few other people
Bill
in there.
Says he does.
Wouldn't hate winning it.
You're rocking and rolling. We're just, in case anybody's wondering, we're just taking a minute to let's see if Jason can get a better audio going on his side.
Right.
And unless you're ready now, Jason, I don't know.
Yo, you guys more excited about travel or more excited about Lemfiz on Catfiz on there? What do we got? I like Lemfiz. I do like that though. Lemonville. Oh, that's nice. I like it, Bill. Good move, man.
Yes, call is long overdue, he says.
Yes, well, we also agree.
I got Catfiz, I got travel, I got Catfiz, I got travel.
Yeah.
I got both.
Hey, anyone got any guesses on what the mystery one's going to be? I've been curious. I've been thinking about it, but I don't have the answer. But curious what the guesses would be.
Which one and the other one that's coming out?
Well, after Catfiz and travel, we are going to get games and a mystery one. Fill in the blank. I'm curious if anyone's figured out what that is. Anyone got Derek on the line? Colin, anyone?
We need to get Derek a few drinks, and then he'll drop the bombs on you.
Let me text Jake and see if he's having a few tipples already. Get him on the screen.
Messages are going so fast. I'm trying to get them up without
perfume and clothes. You know what? There was a couple of hints dropped in that department, right? Not crazy. Not crazy at all.
Lem Jim. Never heard of the Lem Jim, but it sounds cool.
Yeah, I have not heard of that one either, but it's all right. I like the guesses. It's a fun game. Lem Games is on the way for sure, which is going to have like a lot of the casino functionality that you guys are used to seeing. So that'd be fun.
In sports.
I see someone else wants the Ferrari. I don't blame you.
How are we doing, Jason?
Or how about sound check?
Sounds good now.
Oh, yeah, sounded good.
You want to, let me make sure. Okay, I got the messages turned off. Let's roll with this thing, Jason. Appreciate you jumping on here in the middle of the night or the nighttime at your area. Middle of the day for us over here. Terry and I, we've been chomping at the bit, going back and forth, asking questions as to what's next. And you pretty much unleashed everything on us over the last couple days, dropping stuff in the chats and things like that. Terry, go ahead and just do what you need to do, and then we'll go back and forth on stuff.
No, I'm all good, Jay. We saw that Lempe came out, so I think that's a great place for us to get started.
Okay, so let me just kind of start with thanks for having the long patience. We've had about a week, maybe longer actually, since we've been on a Zoom. The team's been very busy. We've been trying to get stuff out. We've had a lot of projects in that. We've got about 90% on, and so what we did is we took all the teams, we put them together to try to get some of these things over the hurdle. So Lempe is out. It is physically going through KYC. We've got about 60 people already through. And that was basically just because the website finally leaked. We did take down Lemon, just to kind of get you guys know, it's Lem. So just go Lempay. Lempe. That's it. You don't need to go Lemon all the way through. That's actually been going. We've had
Sorry, Jason, but you have you're breaking up again. Is that the same as you, Terry? Can you same thing?
Yeah. Maybe we should try audio only for today. Then maybe. You
want to pull your phone up? Is that what's easier, or you don't care?
Let me try and take it off here. I don't want to lose any of the content.
I mean, that's not bad. Right now, I can hear
right now. Yeah, you're actually coming through real smooth all of a sudden.
Let's try this, and then if I need to change it up, I'll change it up. So we've been putting the dev teams together, trying to make sure everything kind of gets out. So that's been really good. We have a tic-tac-toe kind of going on to make sure we get these things out. I think it's more important to basically get these things over to the 100% mark than to have them all sitting about the 80 to 90% level. So Lempe's first. Let's go ahead and release that tonight. Feel free to go check out lempe.io and get your accounts situated. This will be one of your first products that are physically out live. We have some tweaks that we're doing on the website. Number one is some colorings on the top. It's not easy to read. There's some grammatical issues just purely because the language is a second or third language of some of the developers. But understand this will all be cleaned up this week, but it is live. It is active. In fact, we've been doing payments back and forth, paying friends, and sending stuff back and forth today, just testing it out and checking it out. It's been really fun. Part of Lempe is not only the individual payments in between people. What it really is it's going to be a full crypto fiat conversion, bill pay service, along with an invoice service for businesses. And so we have a lot of APIs in that are going in. You'll see some of those start posting next week. So instead of having to go to Stripe or PayPal on your website, you can use Lempe. We want to get customer acquisition on here very, very quickly. We believe this is going to be a very good competitor in the space. We believe we can get this to a $30 to $40 billion company here in under 12 months. We have a lot of acquisitions in this space. Some of those will actually be dropping this week. We have actually papered up. We're waiting for the payment to go through and hit escrow, but we actually have a very large company we are acquiring. This is not a reverse merger. This is not a merger. This is an acquisition. This will allow us to pick up over 3,500 brands around the world, and these names are not small. These names will be the ones that Terry has been biting his tongue on, I think, for weeks and kicking through. But understand that this will be revolutionary to the blockchain space. This will literally break every single news article around the world purely because of the names we're dealing with. Now, I will caution you that this is going to have a little bit of a visual change. We're going to try to bring it a little bit more on brand over the next 3 to 5 days. After that, go ahead and run through it. There's nothing you guys can't do right now when we hit the live switch, which I believe was done about an hour ago. You guys can go through and actually use it right now. But just the colors and some of the verbiage in that is going to be changing Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday next week from the US team, just to make sure everything is spit and polished and all the I's are dotted and T's are crossed correctly. There's some verbiage things, but nothing major. So that's Lempe, and the app is going into the iOS store, and the app is going into Google Plus store on Monday. We believe both of those will be out by end of the week. So you'll have the website, iOS, and Google Play. So I think that'll be nice for everybody.
Can we also get an APK download file? That'd be so nice.
Yes, for you. I will make sure that it's on the website so you can go ahead and download it directly without going to the store. Yes.
Perfect. I love it. I love it. So about those 3,500 companies and that acquisition, are we sure we don't want to talk a bit more about that? Because that's pretty juicy.
I'll tell you what they are in general terms. They are hotel brands you're going to know. They are professional league arenas that you're going to know. They are large commercial restaurants you're going to recognize very, very clearly. More importantly, there's banks you're going to really recognize. They're the top 10 banks in the world. So this gets to a point where it is revolutionary in the blockchain space because you're dealing with players that just don't typically, in the past 5 or 6 years, haven't touched anything in blockchain. They are now. And so, when I say the names, you guys will see the names. A couple of them have slipped out a little bit because they're coming through on the website right now. You can kind of pick and, get some hints kind of running through. We're going to announce a lot next week. So understand, it's very exciting. There's nothing with Lempe that you shouldn't be absolutely ecstatic about. This has been a long time coming. And you're actually going to have another guest. Ryan Fritchie is running the Lempe department, and he will be up front and center probably with you guys next week. He's been in the space for over a decade. He has physically dealt with a lot of these merchants. He deals with merchant acquisition. He will be running North America, Latin America, and Europe for Lempe. This is what he does. He also has a lot of things he's bringing to the table with more clients that he'll be announcing. So I think it's going to be very fun to get his face out instead of mine. He knows the space a lot better than I do. What I'm excited about is I'm not going to tell you how many businesses I've started, online businesses that I have to go sign up for, Square, or I've got to go sign up for PayPal, or I've got to go sign up for, authorize.net just to take credit cards. This is something that's very common with any business. And you can do all of that with Lempe. The gateways, I believe there's over 100 different gateways through Lempe. So you're going to be able to connect with almost anything. You can have redundancies. So you don't have to have just one Stripe account. And if the Stripe account gets shut down, which happens, then you are screwed. This is basically a way for you to have redundancy and put them all in so that you don't have those downage or outages in your business. I don't care if you're a landscaper or an online influencer. You don't ever want to not be able to take payment for something. So this is really cool about the whole ecosystem in general with Lempe.
Did you you've mentioned this before, Jason, that Lempe is also going to have some type of thing to where we're incentivized for referring Lempe to other people, like what you would call an affiliate program of some sorts?
Yes. So every one of our underlying projects is going to have a referral type basis to it. So we're doing this because the influencers we're bringing on, they need to have a win-win. So we have 4.5 million influencers that are hitting this ecosystem right after L1. And so when you look at that type of base, you want them to come and help you advertise. Influencers, as much as they may like the product, they want to get paid. And so those affiliate links are huge for influencers. And Mike, you may know a little about this, but it's those nickels and those pennies that they do add up, especially when you have large viewer counts. And so I believe the viewer counts we're bringing on board is about 1.8 billion a month viewer count. So if you can imagine everybody that knows someone that takes a credit card in their storefront, I don't care if it's a pizzeria or a tax service business or an attorney or a lawn care specialist or let's just say it's an Etsy shop, for goodness sakes. You have payment gateways that have to be API'd in. You can use Lempe for every bit of that. And so it's something that's very cool. And the partner we're in the process of acquiring gives a whole new demographic, because the names they bring on board are going to give credibility to Lempe worldwide instantaneously. Lempe is trying to do something that no other payment service provider in the world has ever done. And it's what's called a global payment service provider. No one has done it, meaning you have global payment service providers like Visa and MasterCard, but you don't actually have anybody underneath them. You have people that are in North America. You have people then are in Latin America. You have some people that are in the Caribbean. You have some people that are in Europe. You have some people that are in Australia, but there's not one that goes worldwide. Lempe is hoping to take that gap and physically be able to go continent by continent around the world and actually take on the global payment processing solution worldwide. And so this is something in over 120 countries we're trying to launch with and go with. This is massive in the way of not only blockchain, but also payment service wise.
Jason, on the company that you're acquiring, is it kind of like an arrangement where they've already set up like a POS with these organizations? Is that the essence of it?
Yeah, there's a few companies in general. So we have one in Latin America. We've got one in Central America. We've got one in Canada, one in North America. They all have little bits of business around the world, but they're basically tailored between the North Americas and the South Americas. What we're trying to do is get those now embedded into Europe, Asia, and Africa. And our connections over here in the Gulf and in Africa are very large. And so what we're going to be doing is using those relationships to basically expand it globally. And that's just something that hasn't been done, but it's something everybody wants. I mean, you have these large Fortune 500 companies that do business worldwide, and they have to go have 20 or 30 different service providers. They could come to Lempe and have one. And if you understand the accounting mechanisms of all of that, it's massive to have one, because we can connect with everybody. We have direct contracts directly with Visa and MasterCard. So as long as we can be the service provider for the taxi cabs, for the day-to-day out businesses, the Ubers of the world that basically are worldwide, that are trying to Airbnbs take credit cards worldwide. These large companies would love to have a one payment solution worldwide. There just doesn't exist one today. So Lempe will be that first one that basically does that global payment solution.
So these guys all, so basically Lempe would be like this umbrella mothership, and all of these other companies that have their specific niches and needs have collectively figured out that coming together, they're strength in numbers, right? In
Yes.
essence, is what you're saying.
Yeah, because like the more transactions you do, the cheaper the transactions get. But you have to spread those transactions over 12 or 15 or 20 different service providers. Then you're not hitting the maxes to get your best discount. So it's actually cheaper. So a lot of these businesses will actually be saving money. If you're doing 1 million transactions a day, hypothetically, for a large company, but if it's spread between, let's say, 10 different providers, you're only doing 100,000 transactions a day. It's not hitting the top tiers in order to get charge rates are, the sort of, we can change that and get you an a la carte of every country around the world. That's the goal. We won't be there day one, but that is the goal and the mission. So Lempe basically solves that not only from the small individual side, but it solves it for the large side. And it's going to solve a lot of people's business, and that in the crypto world, no matter if you're part of Lemon or not, because the onboarding and offboarding of crypto is, honestly, it's a nightmare. And, if we can come up with a frictionless opportunity to make it a little bit more permissionless with your bank, with everything else, if you're wiring money to yourself, it's a lot easier than you wiring money to an exchange, for instance. Lempe will do all those conversions for you. So you don't have the questions. Are you going ahead and, sending Binance or crypto.com or Coinbase money? You're sending it to yourself. You're sending it to your own bank account at Lemon Bank. This is something that is going to be a lot more frictionless to standard banks in that industry. All you're doing is you're doing an account from yourself to an account to yourself, and then you're converting it with a crypto-friendly bank and a crypto-friendly platform. Now, you can actually send your wire directly to Lempe. You don't even have to have a bank account as long as you stay under $4 million a year. So you do have a cap with your accounts at Lempe. If you go over $4 million, you're going to do it at Lembank. Other than that, you can stay pretty much all payment services, all of your bill pay, all of your debit cards, all of your crypto transactions are totally fine. You just got to stay under the $4 million mark, and then we have a place for everybody else when they get over that. And I hope all these L2 projects, as they go, we can talk about the beautiful leveling up to go to Lemon Bank after that.
Well, that they say there's always massive opportunity anytime you solve big problems, and we need to kind of remove some friction before we get the world used to P2P crypto transactions. So that's awesome. That's fantastic. The API, is it easy for someone to install at this point? Like if a business wanted to do that, or is it not quite at that point?
Copy and paste. Most of your website platforms now have API sections, just like you basically install your Stripe account. It's pretty much nothing more than an install. If you're using, especially if you're using more of a template like WordPress or something like that, it's basically just a copy and paste into your WordPress document. You can use a generic shopping cart. We'll have our own, but you can use any generic shopping cart, basically drop in the API codes for your payments, and it builds it out for you in a checkout register.
Very cool.
Wow.
Very cool. I'm excited about it. Mike, how's that wood tasting?
And if anybody's wondering what that meant, is I was telling we were chomping at the bit, and I was ready to gnaw the legs off of a chair to get this going. So that's, to me, that's awesome. So can we talk a little bit about, just since we're on this subject,
Sure.
What does Lempe, like, where are the royalties coming from per se that are going to the token value potentially?
All of it. So Lempe is outside the bank. So understand, every crypto transaction from fiat to crypto, there's a fee. Every peer-to-peer transaction, there's a much smaller fee. Your bill pay services, your invoice payments service, all of your merchant terminal business is basically going for retail shops. All of it has these little tiny nickels and dimes that basically go in. The credit cards are charging their little tiny fee to the merchants. We also get overnight exchange rate with the banks. Every single cent that comes into Lempe will be a royalty payment back into the platform. So understand, the larger names you guys hear, you'll understand we are just scratching the tip of the iceberg of what people are kind of thinking what Lempe really is. And so I'm not going to make you guys wait very long. I believe that we were talking first of the week. I don't want to make the announcement. It actually is something that's going to go on the newswire, and we'll basically just be repeating it out to everybody. This is going to be something that will be picked up on every social media platform in the blockchain space worldwide. And so these names you cannot miss when they talk about making these types of moves. And so again, these are sports teams, these are sports arenas, which everybody loves sports. These are large retailers. These are Fortune 500 companies. This Rolodex is massive, and it was not a cheap acquisition. But I believe it's the best thing for the platform. I believe it's the best thing for name recognition. I think it's the best thing for advertising of what other products we have in our services. So Lempe, is a big win here because we are going to be starting with that, but we're doing this in all sectors. And so understand we actually just announced Dr. 365 last night, kind of getting into the hotelier business and that with concierge doctor service. We have others in that space as well that we are waiting to announce. But understand we're going to every single sector and we're going to be peeling it apart, trying to figure out what kind of value we can basically plug into the underlying NFTs, but also the Lemon ecosystem. It's very important for us.
Well, I've been a huge Lempe fan from day one, so it's just cool to finally start to see it coming into reality, and I know it'll get better over time. So that's fantastic. I'm excited about it for sure. You talked about, well, Mike, just go ahead and mute his thing for mine, and don't mute mine. I'm just going to go and blurt some of these names out so we can get them over with here.
Oh, he fell off the screen. How did that happen?
Is that a bead of sweat on his forehead I see over there?
If you're in one of the chats, I'm going to lay a little hint tonight. If you're in one of the chats, I actually put up a large list of names, and I said, which one would get you excited? The fun fact is, I've had enough beers. Every single one of them is on that list. And so, it's not picking one, it's not picking two, it's not picking three, it's not picking all 8. Every single one will be coming forward in the next 6 months. So you need to understand that this is fun. And these hotel names, the car manufacturer names, the Fortune 500 names, all of them are names that we will all know. We all grew up with. We all have a residency with in one way, shape, or form in our daily lives because we either see a commercial from them or running. I will tell you that this is not like you're wondering about credibility anymore. That credibility is gone. You don't have to worry about it because it's here. It's sped past you so freaking quickly that everybody else basically accepted us and took us through. And you're sitting here wondering, okay, well, where my due diligence going? So I think this is just something that, yes, you had a couple in there. I knew it all. Yep. But understand, I like to play games. This is just a game for everybody to play. We are playing Mega Lemon right now. You guys are enjoying it in Lemon. A lot of these names will be in the Mega Lemon sector. But what's happening is it's going to pull everything up. Right? Raising tide raises all ships. And understand that when LemX is paired with everything, it's going to be a massive win for this ecosystem. And having our own blockchain at the speeds, at the caliber that's running through, this is something that is going to be revolutionary around the world, and people should be really excited. If it wasn't 1 o'clock in the morning here, I'd be, doing backflips, but I've been going since 7 o'clock this morning. So if I'm not laughing and giggling, it's more for the fact I'm tired, I'm rugged, but I've got 4 hours of sleep coming. I'm excited about that, and I'm getting up tomorrow and I'm doing it all over again. So nice. Understand that this is just the day in and day out right now.
We talked about being paired to LemX, so I know the question keeps coming up, so might as well take it on. Is there an estimated time frame for when the legacy projects will be sliding over and getting paired to LemX?
Yeah, so I actually saw a vote out draft-wise 48 hours ago. And we are working right now on trying to get emails out. We're trying to make sure we get as many votes as possible. The reality is I don't need it. The reality is I want it. I want the community members that have these NFTs to at least be notified that this is happening. I'm no longer concerned about the vote. We've actually had some great support for Lemon. The amount of NFTs, we just hit over 183,000 NFTs swapped over, guys. The amount is massive, which pretty much gave me controlling interest of almost all projects. I still want to hear from people. I still want to basically let them know that things are changing. It's time to come over. It's time to at least understand what's going on. I believe an email will go out first of the week, and I believe the vote will be next week. I tried to get it done this week. Unfortunately, we're trying to get the email stuff situated. We are worried about some of the email services getting kicked to spam, and so we're trying to basically get the historic email to send it. I'll just say it that way, so that it goes out and it doesn't get kicked back. Everybody sees it. Otherwise, we'll just go ahead and kick it out from All Things Lemon, and what it is. But I'm hoping it goes out from the previous source where people have already recognized it. People have already classified it not as spam. It would be better for the ecosystem. Having said that, we can't wait. We have to get this done. And so my guess is Tuesday, Wednesday next week.
I'm very excited for those new projects and all the businesses associated and all that stuff. Are you willing to comment at all about how much LemX lockup will be moving over when those projects come across?
For the legacy ones?
Yep.
Yeah, for the legacy ones, it's about 10,000 LemX per. Understand this is a donation from Jake and myself for those projects. We're doing it more to basically get them running. We're taking the current liquidity pools, we're rolling them over, but we are going to go ahead and fund them with 10,000 LemX each. Having said that, there are royalties immediately coming in for every one of these three. So I think it's important to tell you that, it's not so much about the LemX that's currently going to be staked in it, it's about what's going to be added to it. And as everybody understands, the light papers, and these ones specifically, we have ran the math, and it actually shocked me a little bit. There's not a single one that'll survive the very first migration. What we're basically doing is we're migrating over. We're taking care of all of the new tokenomics. The second you basically take the treasury that is basically coming over with it and burning it, because we do not have treasury over here. All the wallets have to transfer. All the burn wallets have to transfer. All the vaults have to transfer. So if you basically take those three, the EGI rechanging out to 888, which is what every tokenomics is, the treasury of those projects, the burn wallets, and the vault, you don't have any token anymore, which means all three of these projects come over and they are actually all dead, which is good. Then every single token will come over one for one, which means you have a project that will no longer mint anything, which is why I've tried to give the hints. Go ahead and swap. Get something that's going to give you something else. Keep your token. These projects will actually be the first three that have 0 daily distributions on them, and they'll be shrinking every single day with royalties immediately. So you guys understand this. These will be the track records. Now you have blocks with a massive amount of token out there, more than 888 for sure.
Yeah.
You have Rev, for instance. That's probably the smallest circulating supply right now. It's very, very small. That will look very similar to every single L2 project. If you want to watch a project will happen when the supply shrinks, it will be Rev. Rev is almost identical to the first quarter distribution of an L2 project right now. I think it's Derek knows the numbers to the T. I think it's like 198 for current. I think Rev is 172. It's very, very, very close after the migration. And so I would basically say, if you want to see what is going to happen when the NFTs burn out, is what I call it, look at Rev and see what happens on a daily basis after that. And I think the trading back and forth, I think what's going on with the revenues coming in for the royalties and the royalty burn, it's going to give everybody a nice yellow brick road to follow for every single L2 project. And I think it's going to be fun. I think it's a great way to kind of see the future by looking at one that you've actually been, you've known, you've watched, you've followed for a year. So be good.
Yeah, I'm so excited about it. The migration process, once the vote goes through, be pretty quick, I'm assuming.
Yeah, so we are not going to pair anything else in liquidity pools. Everybody's asking today, I think more than anything else, is when is withdrawal going to happen? Guys, we're going to have to let the withdrawal happen. What I'm trying to do is do the withdrawal the day we're going to migrate as well. I'm not trying to be a jerk. What I'm trying to do is make sure I'm protecting people from people going and setting up liquidity pools, like what happened with Lemflix, for instance. And then we just got to move it. People are going to lose money. People are going to lose cost of staking. People could potentially lock it permanently if you're not listing it correctly. I don't want to have anybody have that type of problem, especially with the migration. And it's going to cost you more to pull multiple times out. Might as well go ahead and just pay the withdrawal fee once. So we are so close. Had we not made any changes to the validators, we'd already be up. Mainnet is up. That's the good news, guys. I'll drop a bomb tonight. Mainnet's up. We're out of testnet. We physically are in mainnet. And in fact, validators have the testnet operation going. I believe we have one facility putting up 200 on the beginning of the week. I think they got the code download today. So testnet will go up on those. They'll move it over to mainnet first of the week. And then we basically have 300 more to go through. Obviously, everybody understands the numbers. So my guess is we lost 1 week for changing things that are beneficial to the validators. I went through it in a few of the chats. I probably didn't get all of them, so I will post them up right now, what we did. Number one is we are allowing for delegation to be picked by the person that is putting the token in. So it won't just be round robin. It will be round robin, except for when you pick a validator. And I did that because some people went ahead and got creative and started, let's just say, crowdsourcing their validators. It wasn't something I even contemplated would happen. So congratulations, you creative people and community, you got it done. But it doesn't make much sense for John to go and try and put token on a validator that he owns and not be able to, and it has to go to Jimmy's or Sam's. He's going to lose out on doing that. So what we did is we allowed it to basically go to any validator you pick across the board. Now, if you don't pick one, it goes round robin across the board, just like what we did beforehand. The second thing, and this is something that Terry hit me on pretty quick, Rick did as well. I got beat up really bad because I was not planning on letting any token come out for a 5-year period. I'm sorry, it went from 3 years to 5 years. There you go. You got the next one. You basically have up to a 5-year lock now. So we understand it's a long time, and people have expenses on these validators. They have monthly expenses to keep them going, especially if they're doing white glove service. We are allowing now for it's every block. It's about 4 days. So if you basically wanted to, you could actually do withdrawals or compounding about every 4 days. Wow. When the chain gets a little faster, you could probably get it down to about a day. And when you get to even faster and more transactions, you probably get it down to about an hour. Right now, we believe with the migration, it's about every 3 to 4 days, you'll have the block situated to a point where you actually be able to go in and either withdraw or compound in. And that'll be a choice from every single validator. So you don't have to do it that often, but you can. And so this is something that took a little bit more coding, obviously, if you can imagine. And I was thinking that this would be a big deal because everybody's going to have hundreds of different contracts at different time periods across the table. You'll have some 14 days, you'll have some 30 days, you'll have some 45 days. But because we're putting so much founders token on these initial 500, and we're locking them for a longer period of time, I don't want validators to come offline. The problem is if your validator comes offline for 7 consecutive days, that's not 7 days in a year. That's 7 consecutive days. You will lose your validator. There is no way to get it back on. There's no calling me and saying, hey, but please give me a sob story. There's nothing I'll be able to do. It is gone. Now, the good news is moving forward is validators are free. So you have a stake minimum you have to do. The initial ones are exempt from this. You have a 5 stake minimum Lempe X token. So you have 5. That's it for every single validator out right now. It's going to go for between 200 and 250 in the first round. And at that point in time, it's going to set, and it's AI after that, guys. It's going to look at the amount of free float transactions. It's going to look at the speed. It's going to look at how much is being delegated, how much is being staked. Do we need more capacity? If we do not need more capacity, it's actually going to hold off. And how it holds off is not stopping it. It's free. What it's going to do is it's going to raise the minimums in order to deter people from coming and being validators. And then when you need it, it's going to lower it back down, if that makes any sense. If it's 1,000 LemX to stake a validator, but the validator is free, you're not going to get very many people doing it. But if it drops back down because we know we need the speed, we have the transactions, we don't want to dilute anybody that's currently in, this is how the system works. This is how the blockchain was designed. So what we're going to be doing is it can be very, very possible these first 500 and probably the second batch may be the only validators we have for maybe a year or two. And I'm going to throw that out there. That may be the reality because it's not in our control. It's about how many L2s you get on. It's about how many transactions the community is doing. It's about how many transactions are happening over the DEX. It literally just has to look at it from a point of, do we need the space or not? and this chain is fast. We have taken it for test drives. We've tried to break it. It is something that we did find. If we have them all at one facility and this facility goes down, yeah, we broke it. I can tell you, we hit the reset button and it was all on one server. Yeah, it's broken. Which is why we need decentralized, which is why we're basically pushing these things around. But other than being able to basically hit a reset switch on one server, this thing it's quick and it is fast and it is reliable. So that tells us one thing: we need to make sure that they go out wide. We need to make sure that they go out to different facilities. And then everybody asks me the next question: how many do you need to keep the chain up? The answer is 9. 9 validators will actually keep this thing up so that it may be slower, but it will not crash. Meaning, so as long as we have them on the different continents around the world, if I get hit with questions all the time, what about an EMP? What, guys, I get like all kinds of fun questions. Guys, as long as the whole world doesn't implode, this chain is staying up with 9 validators. And so I think that's the most important thing for people to understand, that it doesn't really matter when we're global on where these things are located at. It is safe and secure. And those 9 will be up in so many different continents, so many different countries. I'm not really concerned about it, especially when we get to about 1,000 validators worldwide. Even the data centers in California, in New York, from AWS, I can tell you that they're redundant. So they're really not in those locations. They're all over the world basically passing it through. So if that data center goes down, it just switches to Europe. So it's not like you lost anything if an EMP went through. It's redundancy is very important. So it's basically hitting somewhere else. So, that's just kind of some insight in that, a little bit what we're doing for validators this week. But I think the changes to get the cash flow to the validators was important. And even if we lost a week, I kind of joked around, this is a lax week for everybody. I think it was important to kind of do it to make sure that we can make sure the validators are healthy and they're going to stick around for a very, very long time. And I believe we put enough value in those validators with the founders token going on them and having the minimum be at 500, or sorry, 5, not 500, 5, that you guys will have something for the rest of your life, that you'll be able to maintain that and never fall below the minimum no matter where we're at. So don't let them go offline for 7 days and you guys are basically grandfathered in forever. I don't think you guys know what that means yet, but you will next year and you'll thank me for it. So,
hey, Jason, HE just joined us.
Oh, bring him in.
There he is.
Hey, brother.
Hello, brother.
How are you?
How are you? How are you doing?
Good.
Hey, Lemon, how are you guys?
Doing great, man. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
We're going to go back to Lempe.
Terry, you have fine, huh?
I'm
obliged to, you're obliged to pay 1,000 Lemon.
All right, good. Let's do it. I'm going to take it out of Jay's escrow account, though.
Because you are not wearing T-shirt of Lemon, huh? Oh my God!
I think it's 1,000 coming from yours now. That's it. I like it.
I think you know it's there 1,000.
I was not see it, so it's good. Jason.
Still waiting for my hat, though.
Lemon alive.
But this is a big week for His Excellency. So he's the one with the banking licenses. He's been the one behind the scenes building a lot of the infrastructure. He's donating a lot to this ecosystem. And so I can let him kind of get a little bit more in depth about what Lempe does and what it solves, but also some of the things that are coming for it, if he would like to go through some of those things tonight.
Guys, I can make it simple without to ask me, okay? So what I know, I will say.
Terry, you just had it. That's a free question time period. You take those and you run with them.
I thought he was just going to grab the runway and start running with it. We passed the ball. Let's hear it. We're excited.
Yeah. Well, Lempe, it will be the payment network solution, okay, revolution for payment system.
Perfect.
Yes, that's what we can say. Something new, full-fledged of payment solution by merchant, by gateway, by acquiring, okay, by connected third party, QR code, payment. I think everybody is trying to enter, and almost now 25 to 30. No, today, wait, let me check 1 minute. 45 people enter already to the Lempe. Okay, so things is gonna go very well and will go revolution for payment system. This is one. And with the partner, yes, soon we will announce the partnership with the few biggest companies. Okay, where it's Lempe, they do the acquisition. Hopefully, it will be success. Okay. It will be integration with a few other platform where they will use our payment gateway, where it can increase the value and volume, and of course the subscribe itself by volume user, where we will have a millions on daily pays, on a millions in transaction. This sound, I think, we are doing something disrupting the, we call disrupt the social media before, disrupting the ecosystem for crypto. Now we are also disrupting the things in different way. That's what I believe.
Different categories. So
Of course,
when he just said millions a day, you need to understand what that actually means. This wasn't on a misslip of a tongue. It's millions of transactions a day. And this is something for a brand new payment service provider that just doesn't happen. And that is all about the acquisition. But more importantly, it actually would have happened regardless of it, because of some of the partners we have coming online that will be exclusive providers in their ecosystem from Lempe. And so we are talking names again that everybody knows, and they're going to be very excited. We literally are working on drafts right now of press releases for this next week, and I'll be very excited to get them out to everybody. This is something that you guys have all been waiting for patiently for a month. It's here. We are ready to announce them. We are ready to push them forward. And brother, you believe that'll be probably by midweek? You're guessing?
Hopefully, yes, midweek.
Midweek. So keep your ears out for that. But Lempe, if it's not minted out, you should get some.
I think, guys, you know the whole ecosystem how it is. Lempe, Lemflex, Lempe, Lembank, Lemgame, Lemlottery, Lemcare. I think yesterday we had sent for Lemcare some small teaser where have almost 3,000 doctors till this moment, and we don't have any problem, okay, to add more and to get more. Okay, so also, guys, you can help us to adding more value for your community and your family members. Okay, doctors, hospitality. Okay, it can be member of the Lemcare. We take care from A to Z. Okay, this is as a Lemcare. Catfiz, everybody know it. Okay, soon it will be on live. Everybody will love to change the way how he talk for encrypted and security and privacy, where ensuring that the privacy is very important, and ensuring that transferring the media in safe, secure way. Okay, ensuring, okay, the volume of the subscribe. Okay, ensuring the encrypted way. Okay, where it can help for security reason. And there's everywhere it will be by Catfiz. Catfiz, it's by Lemon, powered by Lemon, as everybody know. Okay, so it will be having the new announcement soon. But I can, from my side, I can say it, yes, soon we will surprise our family and the community, okay, with this news.
I think the biggest thing with that, you guys may not understand the app directly. I believe V2 is coming out in the next week. Is that what you're believing, brother?
Sorry?
The V2. You're gonna let the V2 go out first to get the
V2 by mid of next week.
Okay, and then
and almost 10 days. Almost 10 days. 7 to 10 days. 7 working days.
He's working with developers, so I appreciate the mid-next week to 10 days. But understand in that we're going to basically let the version 2 go out so that it's just a simple upgrade to get the V3. The V3 has amazing features to it. It's definitely going to be a game changer in all of social media, but also secure messaging. And so I think it's more important to get those. I want V2 to start talking to everybody and get people on and get people comfortable with the app in general. But that way it'll just be a one push click of a button. There's another reason why we're doing it this way. We have something that brother got excited one night, went on social media and talked about, which we teased about the very first couple of Zooms. We have Lempe Mobile coming out. We have our own phone. It's an encrypted phone. It is by Catfiz. It has a lot of the Lem apps in there. So you'll have Lempe already integrated with Catfiz. You'll have the Catfiz app already on the phone. This gives us huge user base in a lot of countries. The contracts that Catfiz has signed with countries is allowing us to have a hard download file on every single phone that goes into that country. Meaning you can't even go to the store and get the phone without Catfiz already on it. That has already been signed by multiple, but we'll announce. Is it Indonesia was the first one you announced, brother? I believe it was Indonesia. He said already. That's not the only one, but that's the one I think he's already leaked. So we'll go ahead and put that.
It will be Indonesia and a few countries, brother, but mostly is in Indonesia. Yes.
I'm glad you said other countries and you didn't mention the names. So, but we'll basically talk about Indonesia. This gives us the ability to show the downloads, but what it really does is it starts the process of getting user base into Lemon in a major way across the world. And those phones will go out and that'll be the starting point of the activities like, share, follow, repeat. And it's millions of users almost immediately, and it grows by millions of users every single month, tens of millions.
I don't want to go into the details at this moment because I'm still into the not developing to finalizing. Okay, it will have a proper announcement to disclose all the information, and the proper teasers will be live, and we will have a few hours to explain about the app, how it works, and how you can utilize it to serve all your need in one goal. So it's called, by a way or another, a super app. Super app, it's serving you to get all what you need in your mind by AI, by Web3, by telecommunication, by communication for social media, all kind of social media, which is we have our own, plus on top. Example, you want to add, you want to buy something, you can through our platform itself. In short and simple, super app by all meaning, from A to Z. So whatever in your mind, it have, and whatever it's not in your mind, it's having inside. We are not copying anyone. Guys, if you go to see the Catfiz, since when established, okay, how they are real, okay, well done, being reached to big goal, but with the pandemic of Corona, what we face, okay, and everybody faces in every country, it's creates some delays, I can say, okay. Otherwise, we are top if we were having the possibility to go from that time till now. Since we are 2006, before even WhatsApp.
Wow. And is the estimated time frame for the super app, is that more like a September date or an October date potentially?
We can talk about mid of October, okay, or start of November. It will be version 3, but version 2 is within 10 days, okay, 10 working days. It will be available. Just we are testing with a new integration, with new things added to setup.
I think the biggest thing is we're trying to actually correlate that with a phone
Guys,
manufacturer.
what's the, sorry,
So
brother, WhatsApp file? How much you can send? Okay, a big file, biggest file.
I don't even know.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I'm not sure.
Not very much.
Yeah, it's small.
You can send up to 10 giga.
Nice.
Wow.
And
I
again,
would say, okay, let's go. No, let's go lower. You can send up to 1 giga.
Are you asking if we can send 1 giga on WhatsApp?
I don't think
WhatsApp file.
I don't think so. I don't think it's even close.
Okay.
To that.
And the problem also, you need to add this file into your phone, which is make your phone busy,
Yep.
hot, and taking space.
Mm.
Right?
Yes.
In our, you don't need that. You can review it, you can cancel it, you can save it, you can transfer it, whatever you like, you can do with that. You are controlling. Second, you own your data. Nobody else owning his data.
Love that.
So for your confidentiality, for XYZ, your privacy, you own it. So nobody own the data. That's what we are different.
That's fantastic.
that's a big difference.
Wow.
You can do stream live. How many call you can add on the phone once you are making conference? 10, 12?
Depends
Probably
on
about
the
that. Yeah,
depends.
about 10.
Yeah.
Okay, you can add up to 1,000 people.
Wow. At zero cost?
Okay. This is, well, it depends of the, yes, zero cost.
Wow.
Yeah, again, but depends of the package. You know, there's a few layer.
You have a business package, Terry, which gets you open, so you can do these types of calls directly on Catfiz, face to face. Guys, it's going after Zoom. It's going after teleconference leagues. Google Meets. It's also going after WhatsApp. It's going after your signals. This is, I've seen it, and it is something that I don't know why you'd have 12 apps on your phone anymore, which is really amazing. You can log into other platforms directly through it. I'll leave it at some of the features coming, but understand this is something you'll clean up your phone, and I think there's no reason to open up anything else. He says super app. I'm a developer. I deal with developers every day, and Terry will understand this a little bit. But when you work with His Excellency a little bit, his brain goes, and he is so smart. He physically sits there and he starts talking. You're like, you're a developer's nightmare, because he goes out and he says, I want you to do this, I want you to do this, I want you to do this, I want you to do this. And it's fun for a user because you're like, oh, I want this. But from a developer, you're like, that wasn't in the scope of work.
Yeah. We didn't agree to that.
Yeah, I didn't agree. That wasn't part of it. But this is why version 3 is pushed out a little bit. But I believe everything that's been put into it is amazing. So I think it's worth the wait. But understand that some of these things coming out, it's because the market changes, and we want to make sure we're monetizing everything to the maximum. And so I think this is the time and the place. And with the mobile device coming out, it makes sense to push it to the end of October, so it comes out the same time as the mobile device. And I actually showed one the other day directly in one of the chats. We have, was it about 200 samples, brother?
Yeah.
Coming. So you're going to start seeing these
the
things
mobile where we integration our app, everybody will say thank you, Lemon. Yes.
If you care about privacy, you'll say thank you, Lemon.
Yes. If you don't care, everybody he care for his privacy.
Yeah.
So, gentlemen, as I said, okay, version 1, it was launched in 2006. Version 2, it was launched in 2016. Okay, which is already, where it can give you adding more method for like adding friend function by PIN code, email, phone, username, and following user, which is now, okay, they add this feature, WhatsApp, huh? We are since 2016, guys. Okay, way ahead. Okay, this is one of the feature. Streaming. Okay, we are a broadcast channel managing text and multimedia broadcast. user can subscribe to public or a closed channel. That we have it since 2016, guys. 2016 Lemon Community Family. Go check it. It's available online. Okay, you can see the video on YouTube since 2016.
Right.
So we are not copying anyone. Again, very, 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 very cross. Okay, that we are not copying anyone. Other they copying us, and if we want to go for IL, we could win.
We're just ready to make the next big thing, and no one has it yet. And it's a super app. It, you know, from
Streaming.
Social media streaming to
Streaming
calls.
now at this moment. WhatsApp is doing. We are embedded feature for multimedia files, which is no need to download it. You can manage it also via a playlist. Now WhatsApp, they add this feature. We have it since 2016. I can send you all the proof. YouTube, since they established, they have our video. All the news, all the media, they was talking about our app. Update, timeline, text and picture, status with like and comments feature is a step to social network failure. Okay, this is was number one in the feature since 2016. A cloud, all the file inside app are stored on Catfiz cloud and instantly share and open without to download or upload. At this moment, they are making it WhatsApp. Okay, and as I say, I don't want to add more to burn our product more. Okay, up to 1 gigabyte easy, up to 10 gigabyte easy to download or to transfer or to review without even to download. So your data is safe. Super app by all meaning, yes, you can do cab hailing, delivery, social media, investment, instant messages, social media, shopping, banking and payment, consultancy. By a way,
it's in the
all
app.
what you need.
Yeah. So I think the other products we can talk about a little bit that are coming out. So let me kind of put the order. So we went and put the dev teams on Lempe now. So go ahead and register for your account, lempe.io. This next week, we're going to concentrate on Lemflex. Let's get that out.
Lembank. Next week, it will be Lembank. Lemflex is already available, and everybody, I think they see it. Okay, just I will take it to different level to accept the community of Lemon, where they have the royalty. So we are giving the community of Lemon more intensive allowance, okay, from our side by integration or by subscribe or by to be a way and other to use our Lemon platform into that system.
We're doing free subscriptions for certain products. So if you're a Lembank subscriber with a certain level of account, then you get it for free. We have different packages for different products. So if you get to a certain spend level or a certain deposit level or transaction with Lempe, then you're going to get other services that's in a package. Also with Lempe, if you have not been through there yet, it has an amazing feature for adding airtime, adding gift cards and gift card services. So I would encourage everybody to go sign up for a free account, play with it, look around, see what type of services and features it has in it. It's a lot. Lembank is something that there will be a lot of people for business use that will probably want to go ahead and jump on there, but it's one of those things where you're going to want to look through the features. Lempe will probably do about 90% of our users. Lembank will be for the other 10%, the elites, the people that have the larger transactional history, the larger deposits, and the larger workflow. Or wait a year or 6 months, and you guys will all be there, and we'll basically migrate to a new batch of lemon heads that are coming in and just getting started with us. So I think it's something that's important. One of the nice things is we're going to start having these products roll out. We're going to start having announcements roll out. So I would say that you're not going to have another 2-week downtime with Terry and Mike with me. I think they're going to get sick of me a little bit for the next 6 weeks between the L1 and the project releases coming out, but also the announcements from the partners. So, and exchanges. And so I'm going to talk about exchanges for a second. So we are a decentralized ecosystem. And the goods, bads, and uglies about this, and I'm going to say it's fantastic, is we are decentralizing everything in this platform as much as possible. I got asked a couple questions. Why are you giving away validators for free? Well, if you pay me, I know who you are. And so if we basically go to a free model, and how we basically get those to a limited basis is we just mandate you guys staking a different amount of LemX. This actually gets to a point where I will never know who you are. I don't want to know who you are. I want this thing decentralized and around the world. Number two, as far as decentralization, you need to understand is every single white paper has in the responsibility of the community to list projects. We went ahead and did XT. We actually are working with LBank right now to get that listing up. At that point in time, we are going to have a section on the website, which should be out by next Friday, which will allow you guys to physically go and see the roadmap to all the exchanges. And we were on the phone with a lot of them this week. But what this is going to do is when you guys want it listed on another exchange, you guys know how to do it. You'll crowdfund it. And the larger the community gets, the faster these crowdfunds will go. So how do you get $1 per user? Well, every time you jump onto the DApp, you're going to be asked for a $1 donation. It is 100% optional, guys. This is something that you guys have the power to get to Bitmart, to get to Kraken, to get to Gate.io, to get to Binance. There will be a list. You have to go through them. We will get waived every other requirement from the exchanges. We just need to go in order of these exchanges to get there. Crypto.com is on the list. And everything else. We physically know our user base is too small right now to get to all these. So what we are doing is getting these products out, getting the L1 out so that we can do a mass media blitz with our partners with One Digital and getting situated. Because if we get to, let's just say, 100,000 users in the next 30 days, and I don't think that's very hard. It's $1 per person. We're on about 90% of these exchanges for 100 grand. The next day you basically come in, we're on another one. We could probably get on 2 or 3 exchanges every single month. I think we can actually get on the top 15 exchanges by the end of the year. This is something that doesn't happen very often in crypto. And because we have the power of the community, and I'll be honest, the royalties are large enough that you guys are going to be making some decent returns and some decent money off of your free gifts. But I think it's going to be something that you guys should look at taking in your validator stuff and compounding it in a different way. Because by getting us out globally and getting us to the exchanges, it's actually helping your own portfolio. It's helping grow the user base. It's going to make the next step and the next step and the next step after that much easier. Now, what we're not going to make you do is we're not going to make you do the liquidity on the exchanges, which is actually the bigger part of it. We will take care of all of that on our side. We'll go ahead and put up the LemX. We don't want you guys to get rid of it this early anyway. We want to make sure that we are maintaining our user base, and we want to make sure the wallets are large and they're wide. So we do not want to have you guys put up 200, 300, 400 grand per exchange in liquidity. We'll go ahead and take care of that on our side to make sure these things are going. We're going to basically let this kind of go as an experiment to say, oh, great, which exchange do you want next? And they are listed in order from size because some of them are smaller. They're 15 grand. So it's you guys pay the listing fee. We take care of everything above the line. $15,000 exchange still requires about 100,000 liquidity. So if you guys would like to do the whole thing, I'm more than happy to do it. But I think we'll take the big lift and we'll let the user base kind of take the small lift on it. We'll make a game out of it. We will be hiding prizes along that way. So doing something you should do anyway. We're going to make it fun and exciting for you guys to actually play ball and go. I will also tell you something else. I've been working on it now for several hours. Lemon crates are available. You can go play around with them now. So if you have a VBox that is unstaked, you can go to the website, any Lemon project. You can open up the sidebar, hit swap, tackle VBox at the top, swap it to a Lemon crate, and hit the swap button. We did 2 tests right before coming on, and they work. So if you have a grayed out button, you probably have a cookie or a history issue. But I will be on for about the next half an hour on chats, and I want you to kind of hit me back up on it. We'll problem solve to get that process solved. I've only got a few devs on right now, but we are going to want to make sure that is situated this weekend to start getting that process done. We believe L1's live. We believe the validator situation is going to be next week. We need to start rolling on migration. So we have to start these processes of swaps going. I can't wait anymore. So we're just going to go ahead and open it up. We need to get these things situated. If you have any other NFTs from past, please get them over. Please get them swapped. Please get them burnt. If you want, if you understand the new projects in that this week, understand there's unlimited minting for a week from Monday. So you're fine. No big issues. If there's any delays right now, you're great. Take a look at your artwork. Do not go stake them too quickly. We have missed several multipliers in this process. From today forward, everybody has to announce their multiplier publicly in order to get it. These will not be free that you get to go out to the world. Some people are more than happy to put, I would have been happy to push it out, but some people are hesitant to do it. I don't care. You want it, you have to come out forward with it and actually announce it. Post a picture of it, get excited. It's a game, for goodness sakes. And I'm excited for the next couple after today, because we're going to call you out. If not, because the light paper's out, that is the rules of the game. You must come out publicly and say, look, I got 100, I got 25, I got 5. I don't care which one you want. Let's go ahead and make the community aware of it. A lot of the communities in here, do they even exist? Yes, they exist. Come forward, for goodness sakes, and have fun with it. Hit us up on Telegram, and we'll have Twitter up here shortly. We'll have, technically it's up, but we are going to have the content live. I just approved the next 2.5 weeks of social media. So artwork will be done on that in the first part of the week, and you're going to start seeing the social media channels start popping with artwork and informational about the sectors, informational about, there you go. You're going to start seeing a lot of the information that popping off about what some of the announcements are going to be. And we have a lot of, obviously, influencers in that'll start hitting the social media. So you're going to start seeing the viewers and the followers start skyrocketing over the next, call it 4 to 6 weeks. Yes.
You are burning a lot of information. I think you are so generous.
Well, the problem is we have it piled up and we have to get it out.
There's a lot of coming soon. That's what I can say. Personal level and corporate level. I think we will focus this coming couple of days. It's very, 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 very mature. It's coming soon. Just we need to count down. Ready, steady, go, as I always say. So coming Mega Lemon, which is the highest ranking in the world of crypto by volume,
that is a whole other
company partnership, and these things we would like to keep it for a time, and I believe the right time is coming soon. So give us to surprise you guys.
When do you want to do a Zoom
to make you be proud of our leaders? Me and the brother Jason, we always under your services, guy. Whenever you need anything, I hope everybody understand me as well. I said before and again, I say, anyone you have something in mind or idea he would love to add it, or he believe that it can add value for Lemon community, we are welcome him to deliver it direct to you, Terry, or to Mike, or to Jason, or to me direct, or to the community moderator, where they will help to develop the things in better way. We are ready to hear from anyone. We are open for the ideas. We are open for investment, and we are open for the future. Lemon is a future, believe me. If you focus, you see Binance, with all my respect to them, they are talking about lemon. Away and the other, but not our lemon. Maybe somebody else lemon, but our lemon is get attracted everywhere.
They're talking about the fruit, but I got to tell you, that's probably some of the best advertising I think I've seen for a minute. So I'm going to go ahead and let them just keep talking about lemons. We're coming.
We are not lemon, huh? We are lemonade.
Lemonade exchange. All right, guys,
Lemonade.
it's been about an hour and 15 minutes. I do think we need to probably have a totally separate chat. We won't talk about lemon. We'll talk about Mega Lemon. So I will go ahead and schedule that probably in the next 10 days with you. Again,
No.
it's going to be something.
Less than 10 days. I disagree with you, brother. Okay, let the community to be surprised. We not give a time, but less than 10 days.
I'm gonna say no longer than 10 days. Then we have to do another lemon call regarding the products when they come out. So if he's gonna do if we're gonna drop Lemon Bank sometime next week, we're gonna have to get another call for next week. We may do a Mega Lemon call apparently next week as well. But I think we need to make sure we get back on standard 2 times a week for a minute. We have too much popping down. So it has already been an hour and 15 minutes. We're trying to keep about 45. So let's try and do another one maybe Tuesday?
Wednesday. Yeah.
His brother's here, so he'll make the decisions. We'll do Wednesday, and then probably like another Saturday to give us some time in between them. Since we're trying to get contracts done and then we've got to work most of the time during the day. But if you guys are okay with that, let's go ahead and schedule that for Wednesday, and then we'll follow up with you and see if we do it on Friday or Saturday this coming week and go from there.
And don't forget, if you ever have any videos or anything like that you guys do individually, send them over. I can get them published and get them out there as fast as you need them to as well.
There's probably some video. Yeah, we'll probably. He has his own personal videographer, so there's more kicking around than I probably even want out there. But they're there. So eventually the story will be told, and there's a camera crew quite often around us. So I think some of the signatures and signing and that of some of these big things we'll start posting out as they happen and as we want to announce them. We'll get them out. They'll be videotaped and cameraed. So
we'll re-announce. We will not announce. We'll re-announce.
Re-announce after they announce. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Sounds good, guys. Thanks for your time. We appreciate it, and we're looking forward to the next ones.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Terry, are you still on?
I am, Mikey. What's going on?
Okay, we're still live, by the way.
We are still live. Okay. All right. All good.
Okay, I want to ask you something because I didn't get to ask him because he was throwing out so much info. And I'm going to pull this up, and I am going to ask you a question. And you can see this, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Obviously, these, like the Lemon Bank, the Lottos, all these listed, and they populated the prices of 65 cents because from what I understand, they're saying that when they launch a project, because it's the exact same tokenomics as everything else, they're going to go to 1/100th, right, of the whatever the price is.
Correct.
Okay. What do you think's going to happen with like one of these immediately when it launches? Like, do you think it'll like eventually this will list on the open market, right? And then we'll be able to just go in there and buy, sell, swap, that kind of thing, right?
All right, it'll all go live. It'll buy, sell, swap. We'll see some pretty heavy price gyrations, probably up and down, and we'll probably dip down a little bit from there, I think, for a short while.
Okay.
Then we'll just start the ascent.
That was kind of a hint to anybody who has not watched it yet. About a week ago, Terry and I did one called 2 weeks. It was 2 weeks ago. We did a video called tokenomics training. It's on the mynodtraining.com website, as well as on my channel here. You can go under the lives under if you're on my YouTube channel, and you have to take the time to watch that because we take it from the very beginning I asked Terry the questions on how to get how the light papers work, what the tokenomics work. And by the time you get to the end of this, if you are paying attention, you're starting to understand where this thing is going to go, because those decimal points are going to start to move to the right. Like, I don't think people have a clue, because they're going to get excited when they see it lists at 65 and they've got 100 tokens or 100 or 1,000 tokens in there, and they're just going to pull that money. But that money does what? What happens when they sell those tokens immediately? Who comes in and buys them up?
Well, someday they're going to cry, and I'm just going to be pointing back to that why token up video.
Why token? That's right. We put that out. Why token up?
Why token up?
We told you. Yeah, that's right. I put an 8-minute clip out of that video, and we called "Why Token Up," and menting not a question, this is why the token is up. And if you sell too early, yeah. So, Terry, I know we did go a long time today. Obviously, just understand that in the community, you're not going to catch everything on the first shot. It's going to be a continual learning process. You obviously can make phone calls to people that you have in the community that you're friends with, talk it out. You don't always have to go into the chat groups and just start dropping questions. You can call people individually. Like if you have 2 or 3 of your friends are in there, maybe sit down and do a little strategy session with them like that. But I think we're about to see some really explosive stuff in the next 30 days. Like next week,
almost there. I know it's been painful, but it feels like we're almost there.
Yeah.
And I know people have said we felt like that before, but I just think we are getting close, and it's going to get exciting. You guys heard it from the source today, so I don't think we're misspeaking on anything here. I think it's almost time, Mikey, and it's going to be an exciting time.
Sounds good. Well, thanks everybody for jumping on here. Totally appreciate it. This same link works if you need to share it with somebody. Just the same link you got on here with, you can give the exact same link to somebody and they can watch the replay as well. So Terry, thanks my friend for always being on here and being so helpful to the community.
Likewise, buddy. All right, guys, have a good one. We'll catch you all in the chats.
Peace.